あああああああ始まったかな。よいしょ。よいしょ。OK かな。やろうっと。じゃあ今日2日目かな。アガサ・クリスティの ABC 殺人事件スタートします。ウィット。プロファイルはこれね。はい。よし。前回が ABC 殺人事件の A の事件かな。チャプター1が終わったんだよね。で、今日はチャプター2の事件っていうことでやっていこうと思います。スタート。よいしょ。適当に話しかけてみようか。
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
いきなり観察？何これ？バンガロー。人とかはこの辺？何やる？住宅。あともう一個。もう一個どこだろう？あれどこ？もう一個どこだ？もう一個どこ？あれ光らない。光らないぞ。どこだ？わかんないわかんない。あったあったあったあったあった。この辺？ビーチ。渚ね。
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
リゾート地なんだ。いいな、リゾート地。普通に行きてえな。よいしょ。どこ行けんだろう。この辺行けるかな。これはなんか戻りそう。これダメだな。行っちゃダメ。こっちかな、とりあえず。はい。さあ。ちょい。ケーブルか。
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
どうも。
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot.
ファンがやらか
We
した。
haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
11時半から美人か。
Come on,
関係
Poirot,
ない。
that's rather out of
関
place.
係ないだろ。
It has
それ
no
は
bearing on the murder.
言う通りだよ。
Are you certain? For a woman, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
待って、遺体のチェ
Has
ッ
the
ク
press been
ね。
informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
なるほど。
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
そうだよね。下手にね、なんかね、メディアに情報を出すと模倣犯とか出
There
る
is
から
no
ね。
doubt about it. Bexhill has one of the most beautiful beaches in the area.
何今の
There is no doubt about it.
これ何これどういう文章あるなんか見れんのこれ
This hut is locked.
鍵こっちはこれも鍵かな
This hut is locked.
ダメかとりあえず遺体をチェックしましょうかじゃあまあ、結構美人などうでしょうこれはなんとも言い難い
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
ロープねこれが凶器かなじゃあ
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
違うか凶器はじゃないかこれはこれかここの腰のやつか鍵あるじゃん
This key is too small to be one for a house.
軟禁銃
Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
で、ABC 和骨どうもこんにちははい B ですね
The guide is open as the page for the Bexhill train times.
ゲモでかい本当どれ声よいしょよいしょよいしょこんくらいで声こんぐらいはい結構ちっちゃくなった気がするぞまあいいか
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
争った形跡がない A の事件と変わんないねちょっと待ってそしたら
She
顔
was
か
a
な
great beauty.
お
Strange that chap didn't notice
美
it.
人判定が出ましたね
These marks have been left.
あと足か
The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat and was not
そう
carrying
だ
a
ね靴
bag.
履いてないのは不自然だね
Either the murderer stole her belongings or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she
まあ
could
浜辺
bark.
だからね
Let us now
まあ
try and get how
格
brain
好
cells
的
to
に
work.
ねでもなんかね水辺で遊んでたっていう感じでもないよね、どうやって殺害されたか索状痕これは多分使う、抵抗していないこれでだよねやっぱベルトだよねベルトで絞殺された
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric,
生地で指紋が見つかるとかあるんだ
prints. Let us now try and get how brain cells to work.
そんなのあるんだね何でもかんでも指紋ってつくわけじゃないんだアンドーバーの殺人とベクスヒルの殺人における共通点は違う削除痕とかじゃない ABC 案内とベクスヒルあれね ABC 案内を犯行声明に使っているとですねで出てくるのは、アンドーバーの事件とベクスヒルの事件は同一犯の仕業だろうかでしょうねまあ、そうだよね報道機関はアンドーバーでの ABC 案内これは報道してないから犯人以外は知りようがないと、2つの殺人事件は計画的なものであり同一犯によって実行された
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
指紋は
You
ね
are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
さあ被害者の身元を特定するどうやってだい被害者の身元を特定する なんかあるか？いや、ないだろ。鍵？あ、そっか。それであれか。このバンガローかな？
This hat is
したら合わせてみればいいのか？
the key does not
鍵が合わない。はい。
the key does not
合わない。でもこれのどれかだよね。多分ね。
the key does not fit
違うの？違うのか？お、あったあったあったあったあった。南京錠です。これ番号使うのか？これいけない？これいけないの？鍵だけでいけない？いけない。
a dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then
暗
insert
証
the key.
番号か。暗証番号はむずい
Firstly,
ね。
I have to enter
なるほど。暗証番号をどっかで探すと。なんかあるぞ。なんだこれ。なんかこれ、なんか触れるけど。なんも動かないじゃん。これなんか使うの？お！
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
ああ、そっか。これ何これ？ 716？ 716？ これ。これ、キーかな？これでも、あと触れないから、716かな？これでやってみようか。こんなところに書くか？716。えい。
Firstly, I have to enter the
違う。さっきのなんだじゃあ。ここじゃねえのか。7じゃないこれ。7じゃねえのか。これちょっと戻っちゃうの？ここで完結する？なんだ ?7 じゃなかったらなんだろう。5？ ああ、5か。そっか。6じゃないか。5か。はい。はい。あ、いたいたいたいたいた。ポチと。ポチと。よしよしよしよしよし。開きました、開きました。じゃあ中を調べましょうと。裏に何か書いてある？裏は何も書いてないですね。
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So,
Betty っていう名前か。
the young lady did have a
Bettyか。
name starting with
Betty
B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further
ジンジャ
along
ー
the
キャ
beach.
ットレストラン。
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the
これは
murder.
物取りではないと。
Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet.
時計ね。
A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company.
お、写真も
It
ゲッ
could
ト
be
してる。
useful to me.
どんな写真？あ、それは見せてくんないな。あ、これか。 若い男性が写っている。なんだろう、彼しかなんかかな。
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
靴をね置いてあって、これで以上かな。
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family have reported her disappearance.
ようやく
She
で
was
すか。
called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
22番地。
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked. There is no doubt about it.
これなんだろう。この役はなんか違いそうな気がするけど。次の目標がジンジャーキャットへ行く。OK。移動がむずいんだよな。相変わらず。ジンジャーキャットへ行く。こっち何？いける？何これ？
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
ああ、これか。これ、ジンジャーキャットはあれ違うの？何これ？渚はそうなんだけど。ここ。縁外。いや、ジンジャーキャ
This
ッ
is
トって書いてあるでしょ。
definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
うんうん。OK？ こっちだね、こっちだね。
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
いや、行こうよ。出て行くの？行かないの？行かないの？待って。早く移動してくれ。ああ、マジで移動が分かりづれんだよ。はい。
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
新聞屋さん。特に喋れないから中入っちゃおうか。
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
なんか忙しそうにしてる？
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
オーナーさん。さあ、なんだ？どここれでか。赤毛。これか。厳格な装い。レジ。カウンター越し。なんでしょう。
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
なんだろう、レジ開かないとかかな。
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
何これ、ジュークボックスかなん
What a
か。
pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
お金持っときなさいよ。
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
シフト表ね。
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
ベティが書いたもの。これはわかるのか？これなんだ、ここのシフト表とかと組み合わせるのか？ベティ。これか。ベティ、筆跡から選ぶのか。11am。7時半 PM。これシフト表かなんかだよな。少なくない？ページ少なくない？これ
This
しかない。
page won't help me. This page won't help me.
こっちじゃないの？これ？
Where is Betty?
ああ、はい。これよ。これ。
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
単独勤務になるのは、もうこの辺、5時から7時半。
Betty worked from 11 a.m.
いや、分かってるよ。この辺でしょ？
Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30
なる
p.m.
ほど。
Who did she serve?
で、戻って、5時。PM ついてんのか。6時半 PM。この辺？
Most probably a family. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
はいはいはい。まだあるね。これもじゃない？
Most probably a single man. A whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer?
シティア行こうか。あ、これ2枚か。
Betty served a family and a man on his own. A whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer.
なるほど。
This information will
そ
help
う
me
か、
to
この時代あ
progress.
れだよね。防犯カメラとかないもんな。
But, gentlemen, what are you doing?
あ、バレた。バレた。
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago.
あ、知らない
Punctuality
ん
is the
だ。
first rule of politeness.
そっか。
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing.
結構なんか、
What happened?
普通、冷静だね。
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
まあ、オーナーなら、まあ、そういうとこ気にするか。街の宣伝はまあいいとして。まあ、ベティについてちょっと教えてくださ
What
い。
can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
若い男。ああ、そっか。写真そうだね。見せれば
This photo was found.
知ってるかどうかね。わかるかもしれ
Yes,
ない。
that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
しばらく見ていない。それどういう関係なんでしょ
Do
う
you think there may have been some problems between them?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff. Now, please excuse me. I have work to do.
なんか怒ってる？そんな話するなよっつって。
The customer who ordered a whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
観光客に紛れてって感じか。
Time to visit Betty's home.
はい。了解っす。ベティの家へ行こう。さすがに入ると怒られる？いけないか。他に情報はないでしょうか。入れない。入れないようだね。
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
しっかりとしたお店なんでしょうか。
Miss Marian is not the sort of witness that my friend enjoys questioning.
尋問を楽しむ。確かに。はい、じゃあお外出ましょう。次がベティの家って言ってる
With
の
all
で
these tourists,
違う。ベティの家どうやって行くんだろう。
this is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
分かったから。 移動は通れたりするところはあるかないかな。これ車で移動するか。これでいいのかな。いける？
I think we've gone past the Barnard's house.
え？
Luckily for me, you have an exceptional sense of direction, Hastings. You are a great explorer.
なんで通り過ぎた？ああ、これか。22番地ってこれね。これか。はいはい。めっちゃ近所じゃん。
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do.
さあ、探索開始ですかね。
My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be able to
怖いよ、
speak
目が。
to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had
姉
disappeared.
ちゃんは
She
別の
went
とこ
out
住んで
last
んのか
night,
な。
but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
まあまあまあ。事情聴取をする。はい。観察。
What is she feeling at the moment?
これでわかるのか。まあ、写真を見ている。誰の？アルバム？家族とのなんか、どこ目？じっと見ている。あとは、手。なんか緊張してる？
Betty's older sister is not just sad, she's
怒りを
angry.
感じている。なんか男出てくんじゃないか、やつが。さっきの男出てくるのか。なんか微妙だな。なんか怒りそうだな、こっち聞くと。
Did Betty go out often?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say,
ま
no?
だ男とぶらついたりしない。真実を。
I am not interested in what people say. I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard. If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her beyond the formalities.
The truth is that my sister was a silly little fool. I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
In what way?
She used to say that if she was going to marry Don, she might as well have some fun now.
ドン。
I understand. Please continue.
ドンって誰だ？あ、電話だ。
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
自由に調べてよいと。
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
なんかそうね。
That is what I'm trying to find out.
ちゃんと喋って
Surely
く
you
れない
don't
ね
think。she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows, maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works.
誰だっけ？
Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the chief inspector finds him.
ちょっと待って。そんなのあったか？ちょっと待って。ドナルド・フレイザーって何？誰？出てきてないじゃん。こいつドナルド・フレイザーって。いつ、なんかその不動産会社とかっていつ話出たの？あれ？聞き漏らしてる俺。
This gramophone is magnificent.
あれ
？Family photos and files.
こっち行けなくて、階段脇？あ、入れた。これがベティの部屋かな？
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family.
あ、そっか、蓄音機とかいっぱいあったからね。これなんだ、マイク？これ何？メトロノームで楽譜？
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing.
っていた。
It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
映画のチケット。これ何？レストラン？これはダンスの招待状。ほんといろいろだね。
Betty liked luxury and going out. And being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
なるほど。いろんな男となんか言ってたのかな。あ、また鏡見てる。これいらねえんだよな。こっちでなんかあるかな。これは
This small key should be useful to me.
また鍵を。
I've finished.
鍵をゲット。
Medicine to prevent voice loss. Did Betty have problems with her voice?
薬。酒っぽく見えるけど。鍵をゲット。どっかに開けるところがあるのかな。じゃこの写真とか見ようか。
Something on this clock bothers me.
時計。なんだ？あ、動く。動くのか。これどっかに合わせんのかな？あ、なんかあるぞ。仕掛けが。
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
なんだこれは。何これ。どっか動かせるところあるか？
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
木製パネル。まだここじゃないのかな。あ、横になんか
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
開けられない。いや、ここはなんかあるぞ。
This decoration appears to be firmly fastened. This decoration appears.
ここなんか開いてない？
Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
これ取り出せないかい？取り出せないのかい？取り出せないのか。こっちは？
This wooden panel is blocked.
お、なんかある。何これ。お、取れた。何して今。なんかピャンってなる。
This wooden panel is...
これか。これを、これ回んない。これは回んない。
The cogs are blocked.
回るやつと回んないやつあるのかな。
This wooden panel is blocked.
回らない。これは？これ
This
回らない。
decoration appears to...
これも回らない。
This decoration appears to...
これも回らない。あれ、ちょっとむずいぞ。
This wooden panel is blocked.
開かないんだよな。
Strange.
これ取りたいんだけど。ボタ
This
ン。
metal disc is stuck.
これは動かない。ちょっと待って、取っかかりがねえぞ。この辺は
This wooden panel is blocked.
ダメだな。これか。これ開きそう。
Could the screw be slightly loose?
ネジが少し緩んでいる。
Good.
取れた。
It should be possible to open the wooden panel.
OK。これで
Look, a key.
鍵。はい。
This could be useful.
鍵はどこで使うんだ？あと鍵を開けれそう。鍵を開ける？
The cogs are blocked by...
これか？この辺か？
The cogs are blocked.
これどう？はまる？これどう？いけねえ。
No, the key.
鍵が合わない。なんか動くし。これ。どこが動いてるこれ。これは形を見ようこれ。なんだこれ。プラスドライバーみたいな感じか。こっちはなんか六角みてえな。これさ、これにかかんない。
The cogs are blocked by the...
これ何の意味があるの？何の意味があるこれ？わかんねえ。なんだこれ。
The cogs are blocked.
鍵あと使うところ。待って、なんかある。これ。
This code probably has something to do with the mechanism above the clock.
時計の上の仕掛け。
This code probably has...
3、2、1、2。なんだこれは。
This wooden panel is...
こっち開けらんないの。
This wooden panel is blocked.
なんで開けらんないんだ。
This metal disc is stuck.
ここじゃない。
This decoration appears to be...
待って、あと触れるところどこだ？ これここなんかまだなのこれ。ヒント足りねえぞ。
There, that's better.
え、なんか回したらどういうこと？今何ができたのこれで。
This wooden panel is blocked.
意味がわからない。これで何が起こったの？何も解決しなくね？
The cogs are blocked. No, the key does not.
合わないよね。
The cogs are blocked.
なんか開いた。
The central cog is blocked.
動かない。いやまあそうなんだけど。これはこれに使う。でこいつは別にこれに使えないんだよね。これ
The
使うもん
cogs
じゃな
are
い。
blocked.
なんだろう。ちょっと待ってね、ここのさ、3、1、2、2、3ってなんだ ?3、こっちはもう動かせないのか。やべえ、わかんないっす。マジでこれしかヒントないの？
This wooden panel is blocked.
ちょっとこれマジで抜き出してほしいんだけど。
Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
これ抜けるでしょ。なんで抜けないのよ。もうこれで行くしかないの？ 3、2、1、2。これで行くしかないのか。
The cogs are blocked by.
わかんねえ。棒があって3、1、2、2。これなんだ？四隅。動かせるところの位置か？左から3つとか。3122。22って言ったら真ん中かな。3、1。そういうことか。いた。OK、こうしたらこれを使えるからポチッと回る。もう一回回る？もう一回回す必要ないか。そしたら今度はこっちも回るか。これも回る。そうすると次はこれ回る？
No, the key does not.
合わない。
I definitely need another.
何らかの器具が必要。足りてねえじゃん。これでどう？
Strange.
こっち履いたとかない？
This wooden panel is blocked.
履いてない。真ん中？
I definitely.
真ん中。はい。あ、いた。
Something clicked on the front of the clock.
いた。あ、中出てきた。
A new lock has appeared. What does it open?
消えたら、これか。お、あ、いた。はい。
This could be useful.
さあ、何でしょう。
Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D.
T.
My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
ああ、いろんな男からの手紙かな？スッてしてるけど。これはもう終わったよね。
Betty, I enjoyed a...
もういい。
My dearest Betty.
オッケー。これ別にあといいのかな？なんか別になんかスッて終わったけど。そしたら
I have not finished.
終わってない。あ、これか。
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to
はい
wear.
はい。
Maybe she had a date?
まあ、服ぶっちらかしてね。これでまだ終わってないのか。
A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo.
レコード。
I'd be interested to hear it.
レコードを聞く。はい。じゃあレコード持ってい
A
きましょう
record
か。
sleeve with an handwritten.
レコードどうやって聞くの？なんか
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing.
外にさ、蓄音機あったよね。これじゃないの？これか？使えない？あ、いける。え？これ鍵開かないかな。
Let us see. What?
あ、いた。ベティのレコードあるやんけ。これ何これ？あ？ダメ。俺おたまじゃくしわかんない。
This looks like solfège.
これは特に
This looks
使わない？
like sol.
使わない？あ、オッケー。使わないならいいや。で、ここにセットだよね。レコードをセット。
That doesn't work. I must have forgotten.
テンションしない。あ、なんかクランクとはなんだこれは。
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
はい。さっきの音楽教本でこれを解読しろと。マークなんだった？合わ
There
せ
is
るの
bound
は
to be a clue somewhere.
なんだろう。雷みたいなやつか。雷みたいなやつがなんだか4か。1+1+1+1。はい。何を言っているのかさっぱりわからないんですが、これはこれとこれ、何？ 支部給付。何それ、知らねえよ。なんだよそれ。何と何を足すの？これがこれとこれから成り立ってるんだよね。ならこれどうやって作るの？じゃあ無理じゃない？あ、3つなかった。なんか3つ足してこれにするんじゃないの？3つ足すっていうことはこれとこれとこれか。これとこれを作るんだから、これとこれとこれでやればいいのか。2個1個かな。ちょっと待って、戻るの。ここにもなんかあるぞ。
I cannot open it. It looks like the
これは後か。とりあえずこれを開けよう。
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
足すっていうのがわかんねえけどな。1個、2個、2個。
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered.
開きました。お、なんでしょうこれは。こっちが ABC、 こっちが0から9の数字かな。これもどっかにヒントがあるのか。
That doesn't work.
なんか使えないの？どうするんだろう。もうヒントないぞ。まだこの教本に何かあるのか。
This looks like solfège. There is probably a link.
引き出しは終わった。レコードを見ようか。あ、これか？あ、78T。これだ。78T ね。OK。78。T。
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
さあこれで、セットしてポチッと。
That doesn't work.
おい。
That doesn't work.
おい。おい。なんだ。何が必要だ。これか。パチッとして。パチッとして。
That doesn't work.
レコードをセットしてポチッとな。こうか。何？ポチッとできない。お、動いた？動かない？なんで動かないの？早く。おい。あ、
It looks like something goes in here.
なるほど。これにポチッとでくるくる回すと、これをこうだな。あれ？あ、また。
Oh, Donald, we're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should risk your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice.
なんかあんまり
Of
歌聞
course,
け
she
なかっ
didn't
たな。
follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
事情聴取をもう一回すると。はい。
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
写真見てっからな。写真なのか。誰だろうこれは。ベティとドナルド。やっぱドナルドを取り合っているのでは。
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner? They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. A true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
婚約者をかばう。どういうこと？かばってるか？こっちにしようか。
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend. She went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
いや、とはいえさ、殺さな
Do
い
you
でしょ、
think
別
that
に。
is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Bernard. Thank you for your help.
まあ A の殺人とはなんかあんま
Fraser is
関
at the
係なさ
Ginger
そうなんだ
Cat.
よ。
The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now.
Oui.
Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
お。ベティはあの晩何をするつもりだったのか。なんでしょう。わかりませんけどね。はい。何をするつもりだった？これか？違う。これか？ああ、そうだね。他の男とのデートがあったため、嘘をつきました。加害者と面識があったかどうか。あれ違うな。これか？いや違うな。違う、これか。男がベティを口説き、それから現場のホームベイト連れ出した。なるほど。
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. ミーガン・バーナードが隠している行動は何でしょう？隠していること。これだよな。確実に。これ。うん。弱いところがある。妹を殺害する動機があったか。動機はあるのか？これ？嫉妬していた。はいはい。ドナルドがいながらってことだな。
Mr. Poirot, I don't...
はい、ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。じゃあ行きますか。上とか上がれるのかな？あ、上じゃねえわ。もうこれは見たのか。じゃあもう一回戻って。
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
どういう人間なんでしょうね。よいしょ。ついていってついていって、はい。ジンジャーキャットへこう。お、いた。おばちゃんはなんかある？おばちゃんなんか喋れる？
I don't want this young man here. Be quick and do what you must.
ふさわしくない。なんだろう。薄汚いとか。
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You here, kill Poirot?
青ひげがいっ
Mr.
ぱい。
Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
さあ、まずは観察から。
This man looks suspicious.
なんか目がもうやばいんだけど。だよね、クマができて。これだね、酒飲んでいるけども。ちょっと手当たらん。動かすな、手を。手を動かすな。ちょっと待って、待って、待って、動かすな、手を。待って、待って、待って。
Leave me alone.
あ、服か。服か。これか？どこ？酒か。
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all
寝て
night.
ない。
And he's drinking white
徹夜明け
horse.
ですかね。でウイスキーをガブ飲みと。
Leave me alone.
そういうわけにもいかないよね。さあ尋問開
Tell
始
me
で
it's
す
a
ね。
mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
昨日の午後見ましたかね。
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days.
あら、
I was at the office
ずっ
yesterday
と仕事
afternoon.
ですか。
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't
まあ
she?
一応だよ、一応。容疑者。ちょっとここはなんかちょっとウイスキー好きかどうか、ちょっと世間話的にね。
Yesterday, a guest came to the Ginger Cat alone and ordered a white horsed whiskey, and by the look of it, you also appear to be fond of this brand.
Yes, it's a good whiskey and not cheap. I only drink it on special occasions. Or tragic ones.
I understand. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
そうだよね。ロンドンにいたんだよね。
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
ちょっとアリバイはそうですね、ないです
Therefore,
ね。
you have no alibi, Mr. Fraser.
That's right. But that doesn't make me a murderer, Mr. Poirot.
まあ、証
I
拠
would
は
like
な
you
い
to
から
leave now, please.
なんとも言えない。
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
またやるんだ。ドナルドにはベティを殺害する動機があったか。まあそうだね。アリバイがない。動機で言うと、愛しているけども暴力的。あ、違うな。違うな。これかまあ嫉妬だよね。他の男と会ってるからね。はい、アリバイがありますか？アリバイないです。浜辺で殺害した可能性は否定できない。ドナルドには全ての殺人の動機があった。まあ A の事件ね。あれはね、ちょっと難しいんじゃないでしょうか。そうなのね。アッシャー夫人のあれがね、ちょっと難しいよね。そんな有能そうには見えないという。犯行現場へ戻る。
No need to insist.
はい。じゃあ行きましょうか。特に喋ることもないのか。
Hastings looks silly tease. He really does.
嫌いなんだ。
Hastings is bound to tell me what he thinks.
了解です。さあ、現場に戻って。
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
本当だね。
And yet you haven't asked Japp to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree. Without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have
それは
struggled.
間違いなさそうだよね。
Let us try and imagine the scene.
さあ、再現パート。
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
5番まだでしょまだでしょ
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
6番でベティは違います。
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
ベルトを外す？なんだこれ。いや、まだ。ベルトを外すってなんだ？ちょっともうちょい行こうか。
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
あ、勝手に外すのか。はいはい。ほんで？
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise.
なんでベルト外したの？
The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
なんで自分でベルト外したの？
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings.
そこの行動がわからん。なんでベルト外したのか。飛躍しすぎじゃない？何今の？わかんない。なんでベルトを外したの？あの女は。
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
ロンドンに戻る。なんでベルトを外す必要があったの？謎なんだけど。さあ帰りましょうか、ロンドンに。またなんか多分なんか事件の整理とかなんかその辺だよな。
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Jap has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
公表しちゃう。
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
さあこれでまた手紙が来るのでは。めっちゃ踏んでるじゃん。
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
めっちゃ煽ってくるじゃん。
Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
30日ですか。今日何日ですか？
By the way, Hastings, what day is it?
Well, looking at the calendar, it's the 30th. No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
早っ。何すんの？スコットランドヤードで電話する。電話どこだい？電話どこだい？
It is not a good...
電話どこ？これか。
Hello, Jap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Churston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
急がないとね、間に合わないよ。じゃあ出発準備ってなんだよ。
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed. In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him. Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
こっちはベックスヒルのニュースをしていると、準備ってなんだ？準備って何するの？ああ、いた。やってくれとるやん。
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
詰め方で怒る。
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
急がば回れ的なこと
Hastings'
はあ
order
る
and
ね。
method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay. I'll let you pack them.
All the same, it really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
どうやったらこうなるの？瓶。これは歯磨きセット。寝巻き。ん？バスローブ。あとなんだ？何これ？靴下。
Voila. It only took a minute.
Poirot,
スーツケース
you were
でかくない
right.
か？
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
11時45分。
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning.
怒った後にしかつかない。
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
なるほど。またタイプライターですか。タイプライター。
It is not a good...
あれどこ？どこ？
Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
あ、また歯でいじりしてる。
Really? I hadn't noticed.
これか。
Miss Hastings tore the envelope.
はい。ホワイトホースマンション。
Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good.
いや、これどうやって調べるの？この手紙は一体どこへ？他の手紙はどこにあるんだい？
Mon ami, it is a pleasure to be working with you again. I have missed you.
何を言っている？どうやって調べるんだ？
It is not the right...
まだ外出れない。どこにある？あ、いけた。なんだこれか。違う。
some...
涼しいじゃなくて、どこにあるの？手紙ってどこ？ この辺どれ Hastings Hunting
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
ちょっと待って。タイプライター調べんじゃないの？
We've missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train.
あれれれどこに行けばよいのだい？ちょっと待って、調べさせておくれ。
I lock my revolver.
リボルバーじゃなくて、どうやって調べるの？調べたいんですけど。
Pour Mr. Poirot. Not.
あ？なんだ、どうやって調べるこれ。
Poirot, since my return, I see that you have fewer grey hairs than when I last saw you. How is that possible?
じゃあもうおっさん同
Mon
士で
ami,
さ、
I am sure that you will find the explanation all on your own.
おっさん同士でさ、
Hastings.
Yeah.
There exists an accessory, how shall I say, that can be fastened to the scalp and covered with your own hair.
でも
Let
ね
me be
め
quite
ちゃ
clear,
め
it
ちゃ
is
ハ
not
ゲ
a
い
wig.
じりするやんけ。
Come on, Poirot, I'm not losing my hair. It's just thin slightly. Please don't stare at me, Poirot. It gives me a sore head.
テキストめっちゃあるんだけど。
Hastings, it would appear that you are...
Really?
結構あるぞ。ちょっと待って、いいよ、もうほんとハゲいじりじゃなくてさ、頼むからさ。
Right.
あ、よか
Let
っ
us
た。
compare
やっ
this
と
new
できた。
letter
なん
with
か
the second one.
最初からやってくれよ、これ。
Let us examine this more closely.
ん
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
血管まあこの辺
The W is not printed properly.
W だよね。
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do
こ
indeed
れは
have the
前
same
もあったもん
defects.
ね。
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
これはまあ A だよね。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
変なところか。なんだろう。まあ I か。
Yes, this I is weird.
これね。
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
これはもう前回と
My
全く一緒
theory
だね。
was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
前回と一緒だよね。
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
なぜ犯人はこんなに遅れて予告してきたのか。まあ住所間違ってたからかな。違う。あるか。ああ、そっか。住所間違ってたからね。まあそりゃそうだよ。
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
でも2
Come
通
on,
目と同
Poirot.
じじゃ
Your
ん。
address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard.
2通目はちゃんと届いてるじゃん。だって
Poirot, the telephone. It
何
must
を
be
どう間
Jack.
違えるの？あ、電話に出ろって。はい、ああ、これ警部からの電話かな？折り返しの。はい。
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir
Carmichael
Carmichael Clark
Clark
was murdered while out on his evening walk.
死にました
Sir
ね。
Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London.
喉の専
A
門医。
wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
喉の専門
Are
医。
you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
あれさっき殺された女もさ、なんか喉の病気とかじゃなかった？
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
さてと、現場はこれで OK かな。で、これでチャプター2の事件も終わって、チャプター3に入ったというところで、今日は終わりにしようかな。そうだね。もうチャプター3で終わりなのかな？次もう終わっちゃうかな？どうなんだろう。その後なんかまだあるでしょ？解決編みたいなのあるでしょ？ C の殺人が事件が終わったら解決編的なチャプターあるよね、多分。まだ次で終わんねえ気がするけどな。まあいいや、一旦今日は終わりで、お疲れした。よいしょっと。進行状況 45% だったね。よいしょ。